Welcome back, Overwatch fans, to another amazing night.
We have a fantastic match tonight, no question about it.
Oh my god, yes!
But the barrage! Make sure they can't even follow up afterwards.
And Wash has found 2 in this fight thus far. Make that 3, make that 4 right now here. Dynamic team gets a 4-man tire!
Those who find the picks will save the fights, and they don't really need to save what they've already won.
100 gets 3! Wins the Primal Rage!
Experience tranquility.
Welcome, folks, to the Tranquility Gaming EU event week for charity. It is I, Toasty, and I'm going to be joined here by Monster to bring you some very inspirational Overwatch. Not quite the usual that we're going to get here, not the usual 6v6 meta compositions. We're going to be getting a lot of crazy game modes here, Monster, and of course it's all for charity for Project Hope as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be running through all of our events that we have over here at Overwatch, or Tranquility Gaming, I should say. I keep messing that up. It's going to be every single one that we do for our event week. It's going to be the Torb to start it off. We're going to have the free-for-all moving into the 1v1s. Then we're going to have Anna Paintball with a 1v1, and then the 2v2 tournament. I don't remember what we called it exactly. It's a 2v2 tournament, so...
Yeah, and some of these games are pretty fun. I've casted a few All-Stars events in my time, and typically I do love to see the Widow 1v1s. Those are really intense, and it's oftentimes quite the ring around the rosy game. So I'm quite interested to see who will actually come out on top in that Widow 1v1 tournament. And a paintball as well is interesting. I've not actually casted this one before, so that one I'm quite interested to see. Of course, Torbjorn Hammer only, pretty standard for your typical All-Stars event, same with 2v2 Elimination. 2v2 Elimination, I'm guessing, is just like any hero, but it's like Lockout, I'd assume, right?
Yep, 2v2 Lockout Elimination, you are correct in that assumption. Yeah. I'm a little offended that you called Torb Hammer a standard game mode when it's the most intense and important of them all.
I mean, that's why it's the most common, though, because it's so intense, it's so fun to watch. I mean, just Torbjorns going at each other with hammers and then teabagging each other, you love to see it. And, like I say, I've casted a few All-Stars events before where there's been some very, very close Torbjorn Hammer 1v1s, which feels weird to say because it shouldn't be that skilled of a game mode.
And yet it still is, at the end of the day. It's the battle of who can be the better Torbjorn with, and most importantly, even beyond just the skill of hitting people with hammers, is the skill of hitting people with cleverly designed and unique skins with their hammers. The skin battle also very important.
Is it really? I mean,
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we can go with that. Well, what would you say the best Torbjorn skin is then?
Squeaky hammer.
Okay, is that the beach one? Where
That's
he's
the beach one.
Yeah, that's the best Torbjorn skin. I can completely agree. But yeah, I'm very excited to see the Torbjorn 1v1. I'm also excited, not the 1v1, the tournament. I'm also very excited to see the 2v2s because that can be some like really interesting strategies as well, can't it? Like it's lockout, so you can't just play the same strat over and over again.
I remember last season, I believe that it was 1 in 9 when people were trying farmer seeds and kept losing every single game. One person got it to work once. It took them 3 attempts to actually get it to work, but eventually they got the farmer seed to work. So hopefully this year we're not going to see as much of that, but something that we do want to see is some donations in the chat. We are trying to raise money for Project Hope, a donation to help those in trouble in Ukraine. You all know the Ukraine conflict that's going on right now. So please, if you have the extra money or if you just want to donate, make sure you send some donations our way. There are incentives and rewards. So make sure that you do a little bit of thinking on how much you want to donate and where you want to donate it or how you want to donate. and when.
Yeah, and you know, you can type in exclamation point donate into the chat as well. That will bring you straight to the donation link. Like we said, there are rewards. I believe if you do a minimum of £10 donation or a $10 donation, I don't know, Americans, am I right? But if you do some sort of donation that is at least 10, then you will end up getting that, getting a random Steam key. I'm not sure how many Steam keys we got, how many games we got, but you'll get a random Steam key, which is pretty cool. It's like it's a fun little I guess a luck bag, I suppose.
Yeah, and the minimum is actually $5 to start getting rewards.
Oh, it is?
Minimum to donate at all, but the minimum to get rewards is $5 for content creator individual shout out. But it looks like we're about to start heading into our game in just a moment.
Yep, absolutely. I'm excited to see this inspirational Torbjorn gameplay. Just waiting for them to load in here, and we're going to see... okay, so we got a few players in here. So we got Dragonwolf, we got Yurei, we got Jackson, and we got a couple others as well, I believe. I'm not sure who since we haven't got the scoreboard up, but here comes the first battle. It's going to be Yurei. And they're trying to hammer out the enemy, and yeah, they take out Ghost Dog, so very nice first blood there, taken by Yurei, and get themselves up on the scoreboard.
It's a little bit of a fighting pit we got right now, you know, gladiatorial style that combat as... Oh. I mean, it's all melee combat, and so far nobody's passed one kill.
Yeah, everyone's kind of evening things up, although Ghost Dog seems to be pulling ahead just a little bit. And remember, the rules of this is that you can't go around and hide around corners or assassinate people or go on the high ground. So it is just an all-out brawl in the center of Castillo here. With Yurei actually getting a double here, so really pulling out ahead. Oh my!
That's a triple right there. Oh baby, and setting himself up for a shockingly large lead, and another one for him as well.
Yeah, Yurei just seems to be going mad. Has to try and take some revenge onto Yoshi here as they get a couple of kills to their name. And I'm not sure what this is first to. I think it's first to, I'd assume 20 since that's a default.
That seems about right. It's either 20 or 50 and they want us to go mad. Something around there.
I doubt we're going to get 50 Torbjorn kills unless there's a very correct Torbjorn. And to be fair, Yurei is making it look like the case. Jackson just running for their life. As Yurei has to actually gets a kill stolen by Jackson, and they get taken down themselves, but they still maintain the lead here. If our producer here could pull up the scoreboard, we'll see who else is kind of leading. Oh, Ghost Dog and Yoshi very close behind.
Yeah, poor Dragonwolf only with one kill so far, and Ghost Dog trying to catch up with, I believe, 3 a second ago, so now starting to get up in the kills, tied for first as well with Yurei.
Yep, exactly, as this is going to be Yurei making a little bit, more in their favor. They get 8 kills now, so pulling ahead of Ghost Dog. But these two seem like the goats of this brawl that's happening. Yurei on 35 HP, though, has to be super careful not to die. And they're one hit away from dying. They probably die at some point here. But they are staying alive just a little bit more and dealing some damage.
Yeah, there's still almost 6 minutes left, so even though there is a solid lead for Yurei, with 2 people who are coming up on that lead, it's still definitely a potential for a come up and taking it from behind. Jackson, half the kills of Yurei, but not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, I mean, you were saying the skin diff will be coming through, but like Jackson has that skin you liked and said would be the good skin, but unfortunately, is again half of the kills of Yurei. As Yurei cops another one. And seems to be just, doing great here. Dragonwolf, though, at the bottom of the scoreboard initially, but starting to really catch up. Look at this. They're basically 1 kill away from taking over Jackson.
Yeah, just a little bit of a pit of Torbjorns just swinging their hand in circles for a moment there. Yoshi's been this... I feel like he's always getting more kills than everybody else, but Yurei's still in the lead.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's catching up to Yurei anytime soon. I think the closest one, I think will be Jackson pretty soon as they get some extra kills, a double there for them. And they are catching up towards Ghost Dog. Dragonwolf still in last place, unfortunately. But yeah, Jackson on 9 kills now. That was a triple for them, so they're really starting to pick up the pace.
An emote there.
What's that?
Yoshi's story is that he falls to emoting?
Yeah, bit odd, but it gives Jackson an extra kill, and another one here. And Jackson, I think, is playing really conservatively as well. They're not going straight in and just holding left click like everyone else is, although it seems to be working for Yurei, I'll tell you that much.
I mean, sometimes all you need is the big Chad energy, and Yuri's got it in spades, or should I say, in hammers at the moment.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm not sure that's on any card deck, but you never know. This be Yurei getting another kill onto Yoshi and onto Dragon Wolf, just farming the bottom players right now. Jackson, like we say, is the closest behind, and they're still 7 away on 35 HP. Doubt they're going to get a kill here.
Yeah, you say that it's not on any deck of cards, but the Overwatch sprays do actually have cards. So there's at least 2 with hammers between Torbjorn and Reinhardt. So
Really?
Yeah, there's an Overwatch spray line that has the that has them all as, like, for example, Queen of Hearts I think is Widowmaker, King of Clubs is, I believe, Reinhardt, for example.
Huh. Yeah, I guess you learn something new every day. I did not know there was card decks as sprays, but I guess I'll have to collect those at some point. Either way, back to the game. Jackson really starting to catch up potentially to Yurei as they come. Oh my, they are just going straight for the opposing Torbjorns. Actually gets a kill stolen though by Yoshi, who is still gunning for their spot, but Yurei comes in and gets a kill onto Yoshi to make sure that doesn't happen anytime soon.
Yurei establishing themselves as a threat for the finals. 24 kills, second place is somewhere around 17, 18. So yeah, it's going to be a really big struggle for anybody to catch up at this point with 2.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, and remember as well, the top 2 here go to that 1v1 final duel, the intense finals. So hopefully that's going to be Yurei and Jackson. But I mean, Yoshi's making a name for themselves and potentially getting up there. They're at 14 points. If they can take over Jackson, I think that's at least enough for them. But Yurei seems to want to end things pretty soon as they are just swiftly catching a few. Ghost Dog in with a couple of kills, but you know, I think they're at the bottom of the leaderboard, so it doesn't really matter.
I mean, Ghost Dog is catching up. I believe that they're now tied. Oh no, it's Ghost Dog. Never mind. But Ghost Dog is starting to overtake.
No, they're middle, yeah.
Yeah, and now potentially coming up on the second place position, and it's getting really tight for that second place.
Yeah, we've only got 2 minutes remaining here, and Ghost Dog really wants that second place, really wants to go against Yurei in the finals. But Yurei just solidifying their lead, just flexing on him a little bit, taking down Dragon Wolf. I think that's a strategy here, honestly. Just farm the lower players. Farm Yoshi, farm Dragon Wolf, and see how high you can get off that. As Ghost Dog manages to kill off Jackson, that's a good opportunity for them now to get some extra kills. As Yoshi emotes again.
Yoshi's given up, I think, but I mean, at this point, with Yurei at 30 points, I think this is just a battle for second place.
It really is. But Jackson gets an extra kill here onto Ghost Dog, so making it a little bit harder again. If you're able to take out your rival, that works very well, as again, just some weird situations happening here. And everyone's missing their hits, apparently. It took a while for someone to die there. Ghost Dog eventually does fall to Jackson, actually. So yeah, they are kind of solidifying their second place spot with 45 seconds on the clock here.
Potentially might even start to overtake Yurei if they get 7 kills in about half a minute. That's not unreasonable, but it is very...
Yeah, that's pretty difficult to do. That's like 4 kills a second. No, 1 kill every 4 seconds, rather. I think 4 kills a second would be physically impossible, but yeah, I don't think Ghost Dog's going to have too much of an opportunity to catch up now. 20 seconds on the clock, and they do kill off Yoshi. Can they get any more, though? 5 kills is what they need. I doubt they're going to get it in the last 15 seconds here. I think we're going to see a Jackson versus Yurei finals here in the Torbjorn 1v1s as Yoshi is just dancing away, giving that extra kill to Jackson and solidifying their second place spot as the timer will now expire.
It's one of those things, man. Things that make you feel powerful, getting a job you want, getting the scholarship to school, and winning the Torbjorn free-for-all. Those are things that give me feelings of power. And, you know, I said in Diff earlier, Houston, my favorite team, he's biasing me. He's making me feel it.
Yeah, I'm excited for this this Jackson potential underdog story, I suppose, in the Torbjorn 1v1 coming up. Like you say, they do have that skin. I can't remember what the skin's called, but you know, the one with the bouncy hammer. So hopefully Jackson puts that skin diff to good use. Remind me of the format here for the 1v1. I'm guessing it's going to be elimination and like first to 4, I think, maybe?
I believe it's first to 5, but it is absolutely elimination. I'm just not 100% sure what is. I'm just like 80% sure it's first to 5. because that's what it
Yeah.
was for the one.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Well, I mean, it's gonna be ended pretty quickly then, because, like, 5 rounds, if this is a sweep anyway, it's not too much to go off of, so I think Jackson really has to try and keep themselves in the game. As we are just waiting for the lobby to go swap around, go into the correct format, and here we go. It's officially ready to go. Ure versus Jackson. Should be pretty favored towards Ure, given the performance we just saw. I mean, they were pulling way ahead of Jackson, but maybe we could see the underdog story.
I mean, when you got a group of 5 people to swing your hammer into, then it's going to be pretty easy to abuse that system. When it's a 1v1 pure skill, pure mechanical might of hitting people with squeaky toys, it becomes a little bit different to try and figure out if you're going to be able to win that, compared to just hit 5 different people with a hammer.
Yep, absolutely, and I'm honestly kind of rooting for Jackson here. Not gonna lie. I've always been one for underdog stories. I don't know about you. Who do you think is gonna win this?
Well, I feel like I should go with Jackson because they do have, I figured out, it's called the Surf and Splash skin.
There we go. Yeah.
But at the same time,
something like that.
I can't betray my boys. I cannot betray the Houston Outlaws. So, sorry, you got me covered. You got my vote.
Yeah, exactly. And immediately, Ure comes through with that kill onto Jackson. And we do actually have some suspenseful music playing in the background right now. I did ask our producer to put that on. I meant the in-game music, not the actual stream music for the Overwatch Tranquility. But, you know, it added suspense for that first round, I suppose. And Ure did take it. As they're gonna butt heads yet again, weaving their way around the statue. Playing, you know, just a little bit of musical chairs, I suppose.
Yeah, around the world a little bit, around the world. And Jackson, very low on HP, and Ure gets just 2 more hammer swings at over 100 HP, was going to be able to live that solidly, even if they missed another 2 shots.
Yeah, lovely stuff coming through from Ure there, and again, they are timing these hits so well. Surviving with more than 35 HP is pretty rare as far as Torbjorn 1v1s go, so... Very exciting here, and Jackson really has to try and come back and get some advantage, and oh my! Just wombo comboing Ure into oblivion, Jackson! Shee!
I mean, Jackson did not take a single unit of damage until Ure was at about 100 HP. That is how you do it, son. Great play from Jackson that round.
And it was the aggression, it was the tempo, it was, you know, it was just the fast-paced gameplay coming through there from Jackson, making sure they're taking it to Ure. Don't play scared, play Chad, I guess, as a Torbjorn player normally would. And Jackson seems to be doing that perfectly. Again, survives on 145 HP, evening the score up now. This is going to be closer than I anticipated.
This guy plays Marth in Smash Brothers because he has got the spacing on lock. He's hitting every hammer at the maximum possible distance, and he is landing every single shot beautifully.
Yep. Power overwhelming here, I suppose. As I didn't even know that was Torbjorn's voice line, but Jackson clearly has the power, has the drive, and is going to devour Ure in that round. Actually, and now Ure is the one actually lagging behind.
I actually already made that joke last night, so glad that you guys are going to have to hear it twice.
Oh.
I mean...
Come on, Jackson.
Yeah, it's going to be... Oh, Ure with the early health disadvantage!
Oh, but Ure gets, I believe, taken down there. Yeah, that was a brilliant play from Jackson, turning that around. I believe, like you say, that was an early health advantage for Ure, but comes out big for Jackson, the underdog. And I guess, you know, the first placement really didn't matter in the free-for-all, because Jackson really brought it to Ure here. The play of the game does end up, you know, Ure's. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure how you get a Torbjorn 1v1 play of the game, but it works out.
I mean, it's the health advantage. It's obviously the health advantage. Come on, man. You know this. But I will say, the winner of it all was the Surf and Splash Squeaky Hammer toy. I called it before the skins were even seen, so I think I deserve a little bit of credit.
Yeah, we'll give some credit to you, Ty Monster. We'll make sure we you know, credit you. Maybe you'll get a medal. Maybe you'll get like a role in the Discord server that has like a medal in it. How about that?
Yes.
You see if you can convince Yeti.
Yeti, please.
We are going to be going to a halftime break here, though, while we wait for the next game to come up shortly. That is going to be the Anna Paintball, so make sure you lot don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss that one, because that's going to be some support love coming to you, so stay tuned. Shoo! Jackson cracked on the Farah and the Torb. God, that was harder to cast than I anticipated. Jesus. Like, what do you say? Oh yeah, they're hitting each other with hammers.
Welcome back, Overwatch fans, to another amazing night.
We have a fantastic match tonight, no question about it.
Oh my god, yes!
Look up a run! Make sure they can't even follow up afterward.
And Watch has found 2 in this fight thus far. Make that 3, make that 4 right now here. Dynamic team gets a 4-man tire.
Those who find the picks will save the fights, and they don't really need to save what they've already won.
100 gets 3 with the rival race.
Experience tranquility.
Back, folks, we are here with the Chateau Guillard and a paintball. Gonna be coming to you. We get some support love up in this All-Star Week or Event Week. I don't know what we're calling it. Event Week, I think it is. But yeah, we are also doing some forfeits. So not only if you donate $5 will you be able to get a coaching session, or $10 for a Steam key, but if you donate $20+, I will eat a toxic waste for every $20 donation. And Ty will either take a sriracha shot or stand up or sit down. Which one is it?
I got the sriracha. That's what
you got the sriracha
shot. It's not a shot. I'm just gonna be like sipping some up.
Just sip some sriracha for every $20 donation. So make sure you do exclamation point donate in chat. Make sure you go to that Tiltify link. We will get notified whenever there is a donation. I'll be able to see whether we have to do a toxic waste / sriracha. And yeah, that should be interesting while casting, to say the least, because I hate sour stuff. I don't know about you, if you hate hot stuff, but
I love sour stuff. I hate hot stuff.
Oh, it's gonna suck for both of us then.
Actually, my favorite kind of candy is sour candy.
Oh, no way.
I've actually had toxic waste before, and I love it, but
yeah,
I think I've recently discovered that sour stuff does not go through my body very well, so this is gonna be extra fun.
Yeah, I have a variety of flavors. So let's decide, if we do get a $20 donation, which flavor I'll go with. So we got a variety. We got black cherry, we got apple, we got watermelon, we got lemon.
I think apple's probably gonna be the one that makes you regret life the most. So
yeah, maybe.
Apple and then lemon.
So I eat this for a $20 donation. Let's get that in chat. Come on, support charity. Because, everyone in Ukraine, of course, needs that help. We're raising money for Project Hope. Obviously, they're a disaster relief org, so making sure they help the people that are taking refuge in Poland. Of course, running away from Ukraine. So make sure you go ahead and donate, help all those people out. And now we get to cast some Overwatch, some Ana paintball specifically.
I'm kind of terrified about the sriracha now that I have it. It's here and I have to think about it.
Oh, Aiden, Kraken first blood, second blood. Oh my! Yeah, talk about bloodthirsty supports. We're already getting right into the action here.
Oh, nice. A third one for the guy. Or no, this one's actually Jinx, my fault. And yeah, this one's gonna be a lot more chaotic than the previous rounds. And Sleep Dark kills coming in spades.
Yeah. See, I've never understood why you would Sleep Dark kill when you can just get a hit scan of the aiming aiming left click, right? That makes a bit more sense in terms of accuracy, but.
Well, one, it's ego. Imagine dying to a sleep dart like a plebeian, and two, it lets you shoot, sleep, shoot much faster than just shoot, shoot.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Well, I mean, Aiden's doing all the shooting right now. Already has 5 kills on the board, and currently the rival is Funky Pants, trying to beat out Aiden, but Funky Pants is actually in quite an exposed position right now. Yeah, gets taken out by Aiden.
He's just on a rampage. He's absolutely dominating everybody. KK is still trying to find that first kill.
Yeah, I mean, a bit unfortunate if you're at the bottom of the leaderboard right now, but oh my, a big burst of kills coming through in the kill feed there. As that'll be
on the board as well.
Aiden falling, yeah, exactly. Beast Waller snipes Aiden out of the sky though. That's why you don't take the jump pads. You become very predictable when you jump on those. Obese tried to go for a bit of a cheeky sleep there, but again, I think, like you say, that is just for the shoot, sleep, shoot kind of tech.
Like right there, we saw it. That's from Obese Walrus trying to get that shoot sleep, but it's actually Funky Pants who takes him down. No sleeping for you. You're taking a nap.
Yeah, Funky Pants is actually no longer in second place. I'm not sure who they got overtaken by. That was Obese Walrus, who was on 6 points. Did just get taken down by KK, though. And Aiden does frag out onto Funky Pants, so making sure they're solidifying that lead. I feel like Aiden 1 is doing a bit of a Ure right now.
I mean, kind of. Just pulling ahead of the pack and then a little bit extra. And, I mean, Obese Walrus isn't out of the Rumble possibility, and winning the 1v1 there from Funky Pants, this is a nice little choke that he's got control of.
Yeah, exactly, and nice shot coming through there, and Obese Walrus still second place. Aiden sniped. That was a good shot from Jinx, I'm not gonna lie. Obese Walrus is trying to assassinate someone over in the kind of lower down area. Is that the basement of the chateau, I suppose?
Yeah, that's the basement.
I think this is the funny thing about these maps is I don't know like the call outs for the places on these maps. Because, you know, you don't typically cast these. Oh, what a double from Jinx.
Yeah, somebody in chat said just wait until Jinx activates his rage mode, and it looks like it's starting to be turned up from the guy. 2 kills quickly, overtaking Walrus in second place, and another one on the KK, the poor child.
Thank you, Indigo League, for that $20 donation, and you know what that means, Ty.
Oh no.
Alright, let me open up this toxic
hang
waste. See if I can actually. Is the question.
Let me just die real quick. This will be fun. Nice shot
Yeah.
from Funky Pants.
I'm gonna be able to watch you eat a sriracha as well. Because I have it on the screen.
Okay.
I'm just trying to open the toxic waste with sweaty palms right now. It's not very easy. But let's talk about the game a little bit. Funky Pants currently 12 kills, and actually there's not much of a margin between third and first right now.
Why'd I do that?
Oh, you've done it already?
I did it. Oh,
okay,
God.
give me a sec. I'm opening toxic waste. Okay, here we go. It's going into my mouth. This will be fun.
Go sleep thoughts for best things in another thought. Oh, God, 6 minutes left.
6 minutes of this. Jesus Christ. Aiden 1 is still in the lead, but currently taking a duel, I believe. Actually gets a kill into Obese Walrus. What a kill coming through there. As they did end up taking down KK anyway, so they do get a kill out of that. But, you know, I think the only ones suffering right now are us, not these Dana players.
I mean, why would you mention this? Why would you recommend me to do this myself?
Listen, it's for charity, okay? We're raising money for charity. That $20 donation probably wouldn't have happened if we didn't, you know, make people want us to suffer, you know?
Yep, and if we get another $20 donation, then it's gonna be
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out, don't worry. But yeah, thank you Indigo League for that.
Obese Walrus is kind of on a rampage right now. 2 kills straight back to back.
Yeah, exactly. God, this is not wearing off anytime soon. But yeah, oh my, Obese Walrus is kind of going crazy right now. Trying to take out that person up on the high ground. Gets the flick. Are they catching up to Aiden potentially? Are we gonna not see the Ure situation?
Yeah, I feel like Aiden's only really gotten 2 kills in the past 2 minutes, and it's starting to catch up to him as Obese Walrus is just on the warpath.
Yo, what is that sleep doll from Obese Walrus? Gets a long range shot. A triple here for Obese Walrus, catching up to Aiden and redeeming themselves. Oh my, we have a star honor player on our hands.
I mean, this is absolutely just incredible. This is a 6 kill streak, I believe.
Oh, well, they died twice in a row to the same person.
Yeah, I mean, Jinx trying to get back up on the points, and suddenly first place isn't looking so far off.
Yeah, exactly, and again, that gap between first and second, only 2 points, as Obese Walrus does get taken down, making it a bit harder, but Jinx, like you say, is catching up massively. If we can get a look at the scoreboard here, I want to see where Jinx actually is. Yeah, they're in third place, only 6 away from Aiden. Jeez, and I'm not sure why it's a first to 5,000 score, but that works, I guess.
First to 50, if I'm not mistaken. It'll happen much quicker here than the.
Does it not say first to 5,000 on the scoreboard? If we pull that up, yeah.
Wait,
5,000 goal. So I guess it just goes infinitely. So this isn't ending anytime soon. 3 minutes 30 left of this, and Aiden still has to try and solidify this position.
Yeah, I mean, it's starting to feel like second place is even locked up at the moment as Funky Pants falls to Aiden, locking this first place position up a little bit better. But it's Funky Pants getting his revenge.
Yeah, that's a great shot from Jinx, so looking to try and take the second place spot. Dueling against Aiden, but they are taken down. Beats Walrus now in the second place, and only a couple away from Aiden, but Funky Pants does end up falling to Aiden. Aiden's been hitting some nice shots as well. I think we're kind of overhyping Obese and Jinx a little bit here.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying it because I think we all know that Aiden's absolutely popping off in the first place position, but Walrus and Jinx are just doing their very best to try and catch up.
Yep, indeed, and yeah, I mean, doing their best. That's a triple kill here from Jinx, and still has the awareness to look behind them for the flying. Funky Pants does take him down with a double, but Jinx is really starting to come into their own. They are going to catch that hip fire kill onto K. Okay, that works, no pun intended. Listen, that's a tongue twister and a half. Aiden gonna trade out for Jinx and Obese there, so bit of an interesting interaction that just happened, but still 4 points between second and third and 2 minutes to go. This could very much get turned around, but Aiden's still trying to solidify their lead. Funky gets that kill onto them. They're in fourth though, so they're not even playing for anything right now.
2 minutes is definitely enough time to get potentially 12 kills. If you go
Maybe?
sicko mode, then it's definitely within the realm of possibility.
Yeah, potentially talking about sicko mode. Obese gets a kill, but they do get taken down there by Funky Pants, unfortunately. It's going to end their reign of terror just temporarily. And KK takes down Funky Pants up in the kill feed. And Jinx actually with a double. I'm guessing that was a tech there we saw with the left click and then into the sleep dart. As Jinx finds a third as well. Oh my, they have just been doing insane, but somehow Aiden is still in the lead with 38 points. Sniped out of the air, though, is Jinx, and they can't really get themselves back into the game here. Whereas if they just keep on doing this, they keep on going up the jump pad, it's so predictable. It's just a firing range here for Funky Pants.
What an angle there from Aiden as well to get that little bit of a shot through, through halfway across the map. That is a great, great shot right there.
Yep, indeed, and who do you think Obese or Jinx are actually going to be able to catch up to this in a minute, or no?
Starting to close a very, very big margin. Aiden at 42, finally starting to wake back up. Another kill on the Funky Pants as well, just spreading this gap as far as you possibly can. 44. 45!
Yeah, Aiden is just tearing it up right now. Just, again, this is the thing, you're in such an exposed position up on this high ground over by the catwalk that Aiden could just snipe you out of the, well, not the sky, but, you know, the ledge, I suppose. As Jinx catches two, looking to try and at least get a second place. Again, I'm not sure if we have a 1v1 duel at the end of this, but Jinx at least is in contention for that. Obese wants to catch up, look at how close the second and third place is right now.
Yeah, I mean, Best Jinx starting to close the gap. 14 seconds left. Walrus has to make a big play to stay alive. 39, the gap's closing.
Yeah, Walrus does catch one. It is getting so close here. 5 seconds to go. But Obese Walrus gets taken down by Jinx. That's going to end it here as Jinx gets that second place. Aiden remains in first. So Aiden does end up winning out the Anna paintball. But Jinx coming in a very close second and Obese a very, very close third.
If we do go into a 1v1 is going to be very close. What a sleep. I'm so glad that was play of the game because that was gorgeous from Walrus.
Yeah, Walrus was tearing it up towards the start and middle of that. They kind of fell off towards the end, kind of got outshined by Jinx and Aiden, I would say, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I definitely would say so, and I'm starting to re-feel the effect of that Sriracha.
Oh, luckily for me, Toxic Waste wear off after 30 seconds or so.
Oh, you're lucky.
Hopefully we don't get any more $20 donations, but again, I mean, hopefully we do because it's charity. Yeah, but hopefully we don't because I don't want to suffer, but we want to get charity donations,
Yeah, come on, don't you guys
it's a bit of a moral dilemma here.
Don't you guys want me to suffer? Come on, this would be really funny. You should donate $20.
Yeah, do it, I don't have Sriracha on me, but I do have Toxic Waste, and I have 5 of them remaining. So 5 $20 donations, $100 that could go to charity. Pretty big, but either way, I believe... So I don't think we are going to be going into the 1v1 here. Unless we'll see if our producer can confirm that for us. But either way, I mean, even if we do get a 1v1 between Aiden and was it Jinx? I mean, that will be insane. Like that will just be complete and utter mechanical 1v1.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see if that one does come up. And no, it does not. So we're going to be moving into the Widowmaker,
Yeah.
for the European Harmony tier. I don't know why my brain's moving so slow. It's the Sriracha,
This is
but
Sasha.
we're going to be moving over to the Widowmaker 1v1 tournament. I'm not sure if there's any sort of break before that, but
Yep.
if there is, oh, okay, well.
Well, I guess we'll head to a break then, so we'll see you all in just a few minutes with the Widowmaker tourney, and we'll see you there. And welcome back, everybody, to the Tranquility Gaming EU Event Week. We, of course, have our Widowmaker 1v1s coming online now. It's going to be a Widowmaker 1v1 tournament, single elimination. We are starting off with Yoshi versus Draconis. I don't follow Tranquility in terms of, like, you know, the games that happen or like the teams at all. So I don't recognize any of these players. I'm guessing you will, Ty, since I'm guessing you're a bit more affiliated with these folks.
Well, actually, I'm not very affiliated with the EU side, since most of the time I have to
Oh.
be working around this time period that EU goes on. Although my schedule is normally at a later time, so I might be able to start picking up some of these games and start learning some of these players. But as of now, I recognize Yoshi, and I believe I recognize Draconis, but I only recognize Yoshi because of the Anna paintball. So, what can you really say?
Yeah. Well, we have Yoshi from Team Apollo and Draconis from Team Hellhounds. So some very nice team names there, I'm going to admit. EU has some nice creativity. As they're already just kind of going at each other's throats, I suppose. That'll be Draconis copping the kill onto Yoshi after that jump shot. That's why you don't expose yourself in the open like that.
Yeah, but in the Harmony tier, you don't really give a darn what anything happens to you. You just go in, you're like, oh, you think you can stop me? Omae wa mou shinderu.
Yep. Give me the jump shot coming through, but what a flick! Draconis hitting the mid-air. Yoshi just gets thrown out of the sky, body sent flying into a wall.
Yeah, I mean, Draconis setting up a very early lead in the 1st to 5 of the first round. Yoshi trying to get his way back into this. We had only, I believe, 1-5-0 last night that was streamed, so if we get this one done, then we're already tied.
Yep. Yoshi goes for a bit of a fake jump grapple, I suppose, there, as they did hook onto the ground, and that will be them getting the kill. Draconis probably didn't expect him to be on the low ground there. Great stuff coming through. They hit that shot, and they get themselves on the board.
Yeah, I mean, you heard of it came from behind. It came from below this time, though, so Draconis has to be a little bit more aware of where Yoshi might be coming from.
Yeah, let's not talk about things, you know, coming from behind, because that's too many innuendos to be had there. Yeah, okay, well, Star Wars reference or not, some innuendos to be made there. Either way, Draconis gets a kill onto Yoshi. Let's talk about the game here a little bit.
So apparently, nobody can see what's going on stream. That's our fault. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, we are in the break screen currently. Big oops from our producer there, but we'll fill you in on what happened. Right now it is 3-1 to Draconis, and they have hit some brilliant shots onto Yoshi thus far, because Yoshi's playing a bit aggressive. So now we're going to see this duel come through again. Draconis wrapping around the side, looking to go below. Can they get this flank shot? They miss it, they whiff the shot, and Yoshi coming around the side, spotted out. Draconis still looking for them, knows the strat. Knows how sneaky Yoshi's trying to be, but hasn't copped the shot just yet. And there's a cap area, so they do have to progress towards the middle a little bit, but no, they don't, because Draconis is there with a shot. 4-1 on match points.
You're talking about it having not copped the shot yet, but he just copped the L from Draconis. A great shot there to take out Yoshi, and oh, that's risky! Yoshi pulled it out, though.
Yeah, the one situation where Yoshi actually doesn't jump shot right off at the start, and it goes big for them. Cash and Draconis, and now hopefully Draconis doesn't do the exact same thing. We shall see. Yeah, wizened up a little bit, probably gonna go for a sneaky jump shot up the side, but oh, caught out by Draconis. Great stuff coming through there, and that'll be Draconis moving ahead to go against Elixir from the EU Scrimbooks.
Yep, and during this little bit of a play of the game to wait for the next game, just would like to remind you guys to start getting your donations in if you are available. Remember, I will be making sure that he does drink the extra, or not drink, but he will be eating the extra sour candy.
Yeah.
Or heads, it was, right?
Toxic waste, but
Toxic waste, sorry.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah, except slightly worse, but shorter. And I will have to drink some more sriracha. So, if you want to torture us, if you want us to die inside, make sure you get those $20 donations in. If you donate more than $20, I will still do it, but where's the fun in that? You could just donate $20 multiple times.
Yeah, donate multiple $20 instead of donating a big $100, and then boom, we have to do 5 toxic wastes. By the way, I will be rotating through the flavors, so that will be even worse for me. I'm not going to do 5 at once, because that will literally make my mouth bleed, but we'll try and, we'll get through as much as we can. Especially your Sriracha, that'll hurt you quite a bit. But yeah, we definitely want to be raising that money for Project Hope. Again, like we say, lots of humanitarian aid needed in Ukraine right now with the situation going on. So make sure you get those donations in to make us suffer and to, of course, reduce the suffering as well of those in Ukraine currently.
Of course, that is our main goal tonight. Every season we have a charity in mind. This season we have one in mind, and as you know, it is Project Hope. But I'm hoping this game is a little bit closer than our last.
Oh, you had to make the joke. Well,
I mean, if I can't transition into Project Hope, I'll transition out of it.
I suppose that works here. As we do actually have the Bouncy Mouse versus Indigo League. Okay. I did not know that. That's a bit of an interesting name. I'm not sure if Indigo League is like the name of an actual league, but either way, it's confused me a little bit. Everyone's whiffing their shots right now. This is Harmony tier, right?
Oh, good lord, that's so toxic, bro. They're doing their best.
Well, I mean, clearly Indigo League's best was better than Bouncy Mouse's best as they get that kill through, and they caught one on the board. They're getting the advantage early on.
It's a nice little double tap
Oh?
onto his opposition. Yeah, that just happens sometimes. Don't worry about it. You get used to it.
Do I? Okay. Good to know. Bouncy Mouse going for the jump shot. Oh! Barely misses a shot, but Indigo League gets the one onto them instead, predicting they drop down to the low ground. That's the second one on the board.
Yeah, it's very good play so far from Indigo League, having a little bit of shades of our last game of Yoshi versus Draconis, and the early game dominance with the potential for a comeback from Bouncy Mouse. And there it is!
The angle just barely peeks it and then catches Indigo League out. What a play. Really redeemed themselves for those past 2 rounds and showing us that, maybe they should be higher than Harmony tier.
I mean, potentially, but, according to you, they shouldn't be, your toxicity.
I mean, they're out here whiffing shots,
It's not just your candies, which are toxic.
Yeah, it's me as well. Can confirm. Very toxic individual here. You intern scrims, I will flame you. Bouncy Mouse probably shouldn't be standing in the open and twerking on their spray, though, because that will lead to them probably dying at some point. That's if Indigo League can hit the shot, but now they're going to be poking around these corners. Playing a safe game, because the closer you get to match point, the more you're going to want to play safe. And yeah, what a flick coming through from Bouncy Mouse, evening it up.
I mean, that is glorious. That is so good of a shot. I cannot believe what I just witnessed. And already 2-2, evened up.
Yep, it is now evened up, and Bouncy Mouse looking to potentially go ahead, and they play patiently. They don't spam the shots. They're there with the patience. The great sniper play, catching that 3-2 onto Indigo League. And now it's really going well for them, because 2 more rounds and they win this thing out. Indigo League has to play a bit safer, a bit more patient as well, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, this is one hell of a way to continue this game. Bouncy Mouse, I should say, going from 0-2 to 3-2, taking the lead. Now it's at match point. That's an insane shot.
Oh my, Bouncy Mouse. I mean, it's not quite a reverse sweep, but this is, rivaling it, because this is a comeback story of the century. Let's see if Bouncy Mouse can complete it. They're just going to hold this angle right out of the spawn room, just like it's Valorant. Wrong game here, Bouncy Mouse, but respect the grind either way. Gotta have that triggered discipline.
I love that 360.
Oh yeah, they are just 360ing. Styling on Indigo League barely doesn't get that shot through, but they're just looking for these flick shots, looking to style on them. Can they do it? Get the hook online. Looking for them. They get that jump shot. Indigo League. 1 HP on Bouncy Mouse. How do they stay alive here? And they're going to have to try and hit this headshot onto Indigo League now. Even the smallest shot will clip their head off. And Indigo League backs off into the room, playing a bit of a ring around the rosy as the high ground comes through here from Bouncy Mouse. High ground advantage was there for a second for Indigo League, but they don't manage to capitalize off it. And now onto the point is Bouncy Mouse. But Indigo League hits the shot, putting a stop to the shenanigans.
Indigo need? What the hell? Indigo League only needs 2 more kills to take it away from Bouncy Mouse, who has the advantage at the moment. 1 kill versus 2 kills remaining for these players.
I just realized, okay, what is that? Bouncy Mouse just peeking out, getting the kill. And what a comeback for them in that round. What I was gonna say is I've just realized what the name Indigo League comes from. It's from the Pokemon series, of course. Yeah, I did not know that. Of course you'd know that.
Yeah, I mean, we were just in case you didn't know. Before this, we were talking about how I was playing competitive Pokemon before the stream, so that's why he's saying that. But I mean, what a great shot to end it off of for Bouncy Mouse to take the 5-3 win over Indigo League. Remember, that started 0-2 for the guy.
Yeah, I mean that was 0-2 to 5-4, 5-3. I can't remember, but very, very close coming through there. Sorry. Oh, we got another one, have we?
Got another one.
Oh, okay, another one. Thank you, Rubix, for that donation. What flavor should I go with? Lemon, watermelon, black cherry, or blue raspberry?
Do lemon.
Lemon? Alrighty,
Yeah.
We'll do.
Thank you, Rubix. You're donating to a good cause, but you're also making me hate myself. Let's go.
Let's go. Helping other people, but not us.
Wait, is it closed? Oh, it is closed. That was gonna be dramatic.
Ugh, that's awful. Lemon is the worst, easily.
Oh, that's way more than last time.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh my god. Why do I do this to myself?
Oh god, why did I do that? Oh my god! Oh. Thank you for your $20 donation. We're moving into our next round. Elixir versus Draconis in our semi-final round.
Yeah. We got the winners versus the winners here. Elixir versus Draconis. Wait, is this the winners versus winners? No, it isn't. Elixir was a better seed, so they are already in the semis, but Draconis here, coming off of a win, so...
Random seed, though.
Oh my goodness! Elixir! Right off the bat!
Yeah, what a shot from Elixir to start off that. I mean, it's randomly seeded, but Elixir does not think it should be with that great shot.
Now Draconis gonna peek out. Different angle this time around, but almost still gets clipped by Elixir. Elixir! Oh my, they are dominating so early on. 2-0 and we haven't even got 30 seconds in.
Yeah, are we sure this guy's playing in Harmony? Like, you made the joke before, but at this point, this guy's a monster with a shock skin. He might have just...
Question mark?
No, dude, it might have just been on taking over his computer considering the skin.
Oh, they go for the 360. They're styling on him. Elixir, what are you doing to him? This is dreadful. This is actually disgusting.
We're gonna be done with this before I even stop feeling the spice of the sriracha, dude. This is going by in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Making me look like a fool.
Well, Draconis gonna take a slightly different angle. Oh my goodness, barely doesn't catch Elixir's head. What is that? That's a pixel perfect shot from Elixir. How do they keep on getting away with this 4-0 when they're looking for the 5?
This whole Draconis' tournament life might just be able to be fit into a clip with how fast Elixir's taking him out. One more kill. He's on match point. Nothing on the side of Draconis. This might just be over in a second.
What a shot! 360 lands for Elixir, and they get the 5-0 sweep. They're going to the finals of the Widowmaker 1v1 tournament. What is that?
It's nothing from Elixir, not even giving Draconis room to breathe. That might be the fastest Widowmaker 1v1 we have ever had in Tranquility.
Probably, yeah. I mean, Elixir just hardcore dominated that Draconis. You know, they came off a win and they're going straight back home, but you know, it's all just for like a mini prize at the end of the day. I'm not sure what the prize is. I think they get Amazon vouchers for winning this, so some prize for it, something to play for, and Elixir is really turning up to play here.
I mean, that was one of the greatest performances I think I've seen all week. Like, I don't think I've seen a dominance even that hard. Yesterday when we had a 5-0 from, I don't remember his name, but it started with an M. Oh god, I feel the sriracha.
Yeah. So if you don't know, Toxic Waste as well, they have like so like the outside is sour, then they have a bit of a sweet bit on the inside, but then like the proper inside is like a core of just sourness. So I got a second wind of it during the middle of that, and I had to hype that. So we're both suffering here, don't worry. I see you taking a sip of your water. Yeah, we do have Bouncy Mouse versus How to Draw now, though. So Bouncy Mouse coming off of that great reverse victory. And How to Draw, first game of the day, warming up, see what they can get done.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolute filth in our last round. Might be able to keep it rolling into this one. How to Draw versus, oh my god, my voice. Bouncy Fish. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh my, you do not sound good right now, my friend, but...
Spicy food.
Yeah, this is to decide who ends up going against Elixir from EU Scrimbox. How to Draw from Feeders United and Bouncy Mouse from Frequency. I've actually casted Frequency, I think, so pleasure to be seeing Bouncy Mouse here again. And they are taking a bit of a slower pace this time. Remember, you want to play more careful the closer you get to final, because you don't want to squander your chance. And Bouncy Mouse is not doing that at all. What a peak.
Yeah, Bouncy Mouse is the one activating Rage Mode. Sorry, not sorry, but I mean, this, if it keeps going like that, How to Draw might just go the way of the Draconis.
What? Why do you peek that, How to Draw? What is that? No one peeks out of there unless you're just dreadful at the game. Oh my. I mean, no offense, of course, but...
Good luck. Maybe you should eat another one because of how toxic you are tonight. Goodness gracious.
Maybe that's why I'm toxic. It's infecting me, you know? Oh, but How to Draw, again, like I say, need to play a bit more carefully. They're taking that very narrow angle, though, through that doorway. Rotating over. Looks like Bouncy Mouse wants to potentially take the hook onto the high ground. They try it 3 times in a row. 3rd time's a charm. They're going to hook up there, but not quite at the right time to catch How to Draw. Now, How to Draw just barely peeking their little head out, but they're going to take Bouncy Mouse. Good shot from them there, making sure it's not going to be a hard roll.
Yeah, on the board now, taking out the opposition. Bouncy Mouse still definitely in the lead, though, and, you know, getting that early dominant lead isn't just good for your scoreline, but it's also good for your confidence coming into this.
Indeed. How to Draw knows the Bouncy Mouse is up there, saw the bare pixel of their outline. Shoots up at the high ground, bit of a skirmish happening. But still, they're going to play slow, they're not going to take too many wide peeks unless How to Draw. Okay. Bit dangerous from them there, but do escape it, and Bouncy Mouse is just commanding all the space. How to Draw is so scared to peek out.
Yeah, this is very, very close. Each side taking shots, and Bouncy Mouse is the first one to land one that round, agreeing with his spray.
Yep, exactly. Just giving that little bit of a nod to the cute Widowmaker. As Bouncy Mouse currently in the grave. I mean, not quite, as they, you know, they're 3-1. But I guess the what do you call it? A highlight intro? Yeah, I think it's a highlight intro, right?
Highlight intro, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's the victory screen that they use for that.
Yeah, victory screen, cool. Victory pose, I think it is. But listen, I've casted too much Valorant recently. I'm losing my touch for Overwatch, I'll tell you that much. But these lot on clearly, as Bouncy Mouse has been hitting mad shots this entire time through. Gonna get that jump shot. Right as I'm praising them, they don't manage to get that shot onto How to Draw. But now How to Draw taking the high ground. Had the very big opportunity to catch Bouncy Mouse off guard, but Bouncy Mouse still commanding area all the way up here.
There's only 1 second left until they see each other through walls. Now the vision's enabled, and it doesn't matter How to Draw. Catches him off guard.
What is that? Just barely turns around, sees him with the sights, and then just crosshair placement 100. Shee!
Great little cross up, as you say, and Bouncy Mouse just waiting for How to Draw to make the same mistake twice, but lightning doesn't strike like that.
Yep. Bouncy Mouse playing so patient on that angle. Has the read onto How to Draw all the time, it seems. Now knows they're up on the high ground. Probably wants to go for, well, not for a jump shot, because that would be very vulnerable. Almost gets caught out by a very sneaky peek there from How to Draw, though. And again, it's all about these sneaky peeks, right? Repositioning, being unpredictable.
Yeah, and prediction is the name of the game. Sometimes getting a good read on your opponent can sometimes just win you the match, and looks like it's How to Draw with the read. Vision across the map. Know where each other are. Information board no longer relevant.
Yeah, this is peaks and a half coming through there, but How to Draw evening things up by making sure they have the trigger discipline. They kill off Bouncy Mouse on that jiggle peek. And now we are getting close in this 1v1.
Yeah, and 3-3 scoreline. 2 kills will seal the deal. Maybe a third, depending on how things go, if it's 1-1 on both sides in the next 2 rounds. But it's how to draw going to this high ground. Bouncy Mouse opting for the low. Oh, what a shot!
Yeah, you said what a shot preemptively there. Not quite catching it, but that's going to be Bouncy Mouse going down. And how to draw, turning things around. They want to go to the finals here, and they're on match points.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard for him to get this back. You had the early momentum, and now you've gifted it back to how to draw, and Bouncy Mouse trying to get the scout out.
How to draw, holding the angle. This is so intense, but that's going to be Bouncy Mouse killing him off, denying that peak, and it's really coming down to the wire here. 4-4.
Yeah, whoever wins this, knowing you came off of such a close game, you've got to be terrified of what's to come after watching that domination from the previous round. And remember, the players in previous rounds are able to spectate right now, so Elixir knows exactly what's going on right now. Able to study their before anything even goes on.
Patience here from Bouncy Mouse. Holding the angle. No way they get the read, but they move the mouse at just the wrong time. And a good jump there from How to Draw, to be fair. As now they're going to push up onto that high ground. Bouncy Mouse taking the peaks. This is very aggressive because you can barely see the head through the railings.
Yeah, the railings are just barely keeping How to Draw alive here. The gap slightly bigger on their end.
But capture area unlocks in 15. They're going to have to approach towards the center. And they're playing around the statue. How to Draw. Almost gets a sneaky shot through the legs. Bit of a thigh gap happening there, but not a widow gap clearly here as How to Draw playing so patiently. Is going to have to progress towards the point. They touch it. Bouncy Mouse now playing ring around the rosy with them. And they have to try and stay on it. Now Bouncy Mouse has to be on this. There's the peak coming through! And Bouncy Mouse is going to the finals against Elixir.
That's probably the best match we've had all day so far when it comes to the Widowmaker 1v1s. 5-4 victory for Bouncy Mouse. But you just won 2 matches in a row. About to go into your 3rd of the night into Elixir, who's only had 1 game and played 5 rounds. They've played, let's see, Bouncy Mouse has played 17 rounds. That's less than a third of rounds. So
that is a lot of rounds here. So perhaps a bit more warmed up, I guess you could say here for Bouncy Mouse, but Elixir as well. I did seem pretty cracked. They did get that 5-0. I wouldn't underestimate them here, honestly, Ty.
Yeah, I mean, neither of these players, I think, can be underestimated. Especially not Elixir. I definitely, if I had to pick one player to win after that dominant performance, it would be Elixir.
Well, we will end up seeing. They are prepared to go in the lobby. Elixir versus Bouncy Mouse. And I do have my money on Elixir here. I do love myself a good comeback story with Bouncy Mouse. You know, they came back a couple of games ago. They came back in that last game in a miniature way. It was 4-3, and then they turned that around. And then now coming in as, I guess, a predicted underdog because Elixir's been so cracked, even in the 5 rounds that we saw of them.
I mean, sometimes all you need is 5 rounds, and potentially could only see 5 more. But Bouncy Mouse is not going to want to let that happen. So, going to have to see if Bouncy Mouse can keep themselves alive.
Yep. We're going to see what happens here, Elixir. Taking a pretty neutral peek out of spawn, making sure they don't get ratted on, I suppose, from main, but they'll take that jump shot, alerting Bouncy Mouse to where they are. Taking these balls around the corners, barely misses a jump shot there. That was extremely dangerous for Bouncy Mouse. And this is the thing, you're going to be taking these pot shots at each other constantly, trying to gain ground.
Yeah, another small thing, jumping does reveal your position. Bouncy Mouse got a clue as to where they were because of the jumps, and Elixir, first round lost of the day. Bouncy Mouse takes them out.
Yep, Bouncy Mouse taking the early lead. Can't be good for Elixir's mental here. Maybe Elixir just isn't warmed up enough yet. We'll see coming into this next round if they do have that warmed up aim. Bit of a pot shot taken right out of spawn there. I was hoping there would be a kill, just so I could laugh at one of the players for being stupid, but never mind. My toxicity won't prevail today, as that is Elixir with the jump shots, evening it up. Wow, we've got a close game in our hands by the looks of these first 2 rounds anyway.
Yeah, I mean, Elixir's the one who's bouncy looking like now after that grapple. It's again, we saw the trick last night where you grapple close to a wall, shoots you into the stratosphere. Elixir taking notes from last night.
Yep. Elixir playing up on the high ground technically has a bit of an advantage. Mathematically speaking, anyway, I think that's how it works. That's why you play high ground usually.
Obi-Wan agrees.
Yep. And now will be Bouncy Mouse that does indeed have that high ground. Power being underestimated right now by Elixir, who wants to take the high ground of their own. Going for that shot. And they managed to catch Bouncy Mouse on the jump shot. That right there is why you do not go for the neutral jumps. It's so predictable. Such an easy arc to hit.
Yeah, and it's looking Elixirs finally waking up. The potions they're drinking, the Elixirs, I guess I could say, are powering them up.
I'm not sure what kind of potions they're drinking. Maybe we should get someone on them for performance-enhancing substances, but I don't think that's quite what's going on here. Instead, it's domination there from Bouncy Mouse, winning a pretty quick round.
Yeah, this is close. 2-2 already coming out, and you're both taking the beats. Bouncy Mouse never misses those.
This is a thing. You don't peek that entrance, not immediately off the bat, not for a jump shot. Elixir getting a bit sloppy here, it feels, you know? Bouncy Mouse 3-2 right now, and if it's still first to 5, it's only 2 rounds away. Bouncy Mouse really looking to drive this advantage forward. I would love for them to grapple up right now and just play hyper-aggressive onto them, but they're not going to. They want to play safe. They now know each other's location. There's a jump shot, but it's hit out by Bouncy Mouse, flicking up, catching Elixir, and they're on match points.
Yeah, Bouncy Mouse is looking indomitable at this moment. Elixir needs to win 3 in a row to take this back, but match point, as you say. No, again! What are you doing?
What is going on here? You don't do that! Bouncy Mouse just hits those every day of the week, every week of the month, and every month of the year. Bouncy Mouse, the underdog in the previous 2 games, coming up big in the finals, taking that early advantage, driving it forward, and they win out the finals. They win the Amazon gift card. Congratulations to you, Elixir. You know, you can buy yourself a new mouse and become even more cracked at Widowmaker now.
Oh, that was an incredible 360 there from Elixir to...
Yeah.
That was the closest this game was at that first 1-1 and at that 2-2 as well. Those were the closest that tonight was. But that was, unfortunately, the finals. We're not seeing any more Widowmaker 1v1s.
Unfortunately.
What we will be seeing is 2v2 tournament coming up next. So we're going to be going over to another little bit of a break. Make sure that you get your donations in. Any $20 donations that we get, I will make sure that we count them and die inside afterwards. So after the break.
Alrighty-o, welcome back, folks, to the 2v2 event now in the EU event week of Tranquility Gaming. We are going to have... Is this a tournament, or is this just a singular 2v2 here, Time Monster? Explain.
Good question. I believe it is a tournament, but it could
Gotcha.
just... Okay, I can actually check right now on the...
Yeah, we have a bracket.
Yeah, there is a bracket. It is a tournament. This is round 1, and we're going to be... This is technically the quarterfinals, even though there's only one match, moving into the semis, and then the final.
Yeah, so we're going to have Bouncy Mouse and Papa Smurf against Silas and Huss. And then obviously the winner of that will go against Prostitute and Dobby, with the other semifinals game, of course, being Gadrin and Drinny versus Walandathas and Jackson. Walandathas and Jackson are gonna be cracked, I'm not gonna lie, given EU Scrimbox's dominance in the EU scene.
Not 100% aware on my end, but from what I've heard and from what you just said, I will 100% agree with you with EU Scrimbucks being very scary.
Yeah, absolutely. But we'll start off here, of course, with Bouncy Mouse and Sneaky Salmon versus Huss and Silas. I'm not sure what teams these players are from. I know Bouncy Mouse is from Frequency, I think. I am not entirely sure about the opposing squad. They're from Asia, I believe, actually. Yeah. So, you know, I don't know who Acer is. I know who Frequency are. They played alright in the few games I've seen of them, so I'm very excited. As well as Bouncy Mouse being here, who was the champion of the Widowmaker tournament.
Yeah. So, if I'm not mistaken, last season we had the most wins of a mid-season tournament. Not the mid-season, but like the event week that we've ever had. And it was one player who won, I believe, 3 or 4 events, something like that. So, Bouncy Fish trying to make their own name.
Bouncy Mouse.
And win. Yeah, what did I say?
Bouncy Fish.
God! Bouncy Mouse.
What? It's because you're mixing it with Sneaky Salmon. Is that what it is?
No, it's because Bouncy Fish is like, Magikarp bounce. It's a fish.
Oh, is your mind just Pokemon? Is that all your mind ever is here, Time Monster?
A bunch of weird amalgamations of terrible comparisons. Letter M is most similar to letter J in my brain.
What? No.
Look, an L, and if you flip it backwards, and
What?
curve it a little, it's a J.
No.
Yes.
No.
A J is a backwards L that's a little curved.
Okay, but like, so okay. Anyway, Overwatch Gaming here on the Tranquility Gaming channel. We got Huss and Silas, of course, versus Sneaky Salmon and Bouncy Mouse, as we said. Acer versus Frequency. I'm excited to see what are the compositions here. You said we're going to see some Marissa Bap stuff.
Yeah, I do think that Orisa Bap is very, very solid. We do see a Ryan May. The meta for 2v2 generally is you need one support and one other hero. You could do, like, for example, Pharmacy is something that I despise. Don't do that. But having a hero like Zenyatta, who cannot heal himself but does have the shield health, is good. Meanwhile, May can heal, Reinhardt cannot. So Reinhardt, any damage he takes is permanent.
I get the strategy here, though.
Yeah.
They sit in this room, and they wait for the point.
Yeah,
they're going to rush onto the point, and they're just going to hold there. And then if everyone goes onto it, they just rush them. And the good thing is, the Mei is the only one that needs to really peek out these doorways, and they have the self-heal.
But at the same time, this is very boring, so you guys are nerds. And with no speed boost, you can easily have your Ashe touch point while your Zenyatta fires on from high ground. And, like, what is your plan here? You're just going to take...
I think the plan here is just continuously take poke. I suppose Huss is going to get caught out by a bit of damage there, and this is the thing. The more poke happens, the worse it gets for Huss, because they've just taken a discorded orb to the dome as well, so it's not too great. I'm not sure how long it's going to be till the point cap comes through. Finally, it's going to be here in 30 seconds. But this is a go signal now for Frequency to try and just spam this out and break that shield before they get onto that point.
Yeah, you don't really need to, expose yourself at all. The Mei doesn't have a good icicle sightline, but now you're trying to get a good wall off, but just cannot catch up without a speed
They
boost.
segmented the Ashe off, though. If they go for the Ashe here, they can potentially get that kill, but they don't have the speed boost. The Ashe has a coach gun to get away, and the Zen is still flanking them, has the heals onto the Ashe. So the Zen should be the target to go for here. But that's a shot and a half onto Bouncy Mouse, taking them out. Sneaky Salmon coming around the side, trying to frag onto the Mei. Does force them away, But that will be Sneaky Salmon going down to the Reinhardt. And yeah, the strategy, like I say, works out better there for the side of Aesir.
It does work out decently because you don't quite have the heroes to abuse it on the other side. But at the same time, I'm going to keep by my opinion that that was boring. And you guys?
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you want to win the Amazon gift card, you might as well try your best. So, we got the Reaper Lucio versus the Bull Hog. We got the Hog Immortal versus a frog and a dead person. Okay, very nice.
Quick death.
Oh my god.
Lucio's speed, Reaper's death, so quick death, you know.
Yeah, I got the joke.
It's another
to
situation.
explain it.
It's another situation where you don't have healing for Silas this time. Any
Ah.
damage they take will be permanent, so... Salmon and
The good
Fit-
thing is, they have the adaptive shields, so if they engage, they don't have to take too much damage on that engage, and they can power drive the Reaper, get him low, get a hook off of the Hog. But they're going to be playing for the point this time around, I think.
That's generally what it seems like these two want to do on this side. Just play slow, stall it out. Once the point becomes available, just cap it. And it's definitely a winning strategy, I will say.
And Reaper is excellent against this as well, because you can burst down the Roadhog. If they use to take a breather, you just boop them off the point while they're doing it. That kind of stuff, as long as you're waiting for this point cap to come through. But no, they're going to rush straight onto Huss here. They are waiting, they are being tactical with a hook, but they completely miss it there. And they get bursted down. Now Silas is the only one remaining. They're going to try and pressure out the Lucio, but they can't really get too much done. With this point cap coming soon, there has to be a play made. But they're going to get bursted down by the Reaper, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to walk into a Reaper and a Lucio. You got a lot of self-sustain between those two. If either get their ult, it's pretty much over at that point. You're also partially relying on the whole hog to win this, so just a ball, no self-healing, you lose this eventually.
Yeah. And that is Frequency coming up with the first round of the game. 1-1 now. I believe this is first to 3. So it won't go for too long here. But right now, it's seeming like they really want to stall these out as long as they can. I'm interested to see what exactly is done now, because obviously one side can't play the Lucia Reaper anymore, one side can't play Reinhardt May anymore.
You know what stalling it out does do first, though? Gives them plenty of time. Gives us plenty of time to get more donations in. If you're still thinking about it, not sure how you're going to be doing it, looking for your credit card maybe, then you have plenty of time to do so. Doesn't mean you should still, stall it, but you have plenty of time to look for it and figure out how much you want to donate. Remember, $20 will make us hate ourselves.
Yep, and also help the Ukrainian refugees, which is absolutely brilliant. Love the cause that's happening, and we'll see now. Frequency start to engage over into the core. A nice flash fan onto Silas. And Huss goes down as well. The Cassidy, I guess formerly known as Mick Right Click, coming up big there.
I mean, I think we can call him right Classity.
Right Classity, I love that.
Took me a second to figure out what else to say.
Cast the hammer, cast the hammer.
Cast the hammer. I like that. Ooh, we're gonna have the double Soldier 76 on one side versus Lucio Reaper again.
The double Soldier 76. I love how you mentioned that, just because the amount of damage Baptiste can put out. And yeah, Immortality could be OP alongside the amount of damage you can burst down. Silas is going to have an absolute... I guess we'll call it a tragic time trying to get close to these, because they can just run away, they can jump away without vertical mobility. Silas is getting pressured out and has to be healed up by the Lucio, but the more they play in this low ground, the better it is for the Soldier and the Soldier here, because they can just spam out from a long range.
You don't have the amp anymore. A really critical speed cooldown to get onto the enemy team. You're having to use it on healing because you are on such a low healing composition, taking so much poke damage. And with the positioning, that's a teleport trying to come in.
Silas, though, is going to get pressured out and probably right-clicked by the Soldier. No, just the pure left-click coming through, and now the Lucio needs to get chased down. And they are on such low HP, 1 HP to go, and they're going to get booped! But not in time, as that's Frequency coming up with the victory here. Now we're moving ahead to the next round, which is going to be against Prostitute and Dobby.
Honestly, that's just karma. That's what happens when you stall out the first round. I mean, I keep bringing it up. I am partially sorry, but it was a good strategy that they pulled out on that first round, and all things considered, it's great play from both sides. It's just Frequency had the slightly better play in the end.
Yeah, and they also had a bit of a comp def, I'm not gonna lie. Like, in a couple of those situations, Frequency, like the Soldier and the Bat versus the Reaper and the Lucio, it just wasn't great, honestly, to be dealing with for Acer, and they lost because of it. Now we're going to see Frosted Toot and Dobby, though, coming in to go against Bouncy Mouse and Sneaky Sam, and I believe these two, Frosted Toot and Dobby, are on Hellhounds. So this was, oh, was this there was a Widowmaker player that was on this team. Was it something? Draconic? Draconius?
Draconics. I think it's Draconic.
Draconic, something like that. Anyway. What are you thinking of this one?
We're gonna have Bouncy Fish and Sneaky Salmon pulling out probably similar strats as they did last time. So unfortunately, they did have their game plan revealed a little bit in their game versus the Asir players. Gonna have to see if that matters coming into this next round.
Yeah, I see. One thing I kind of want to see here is a Bull Lucio. The amount of speed boost, the amount of mobility you can have with the Bull Lucio, a hard engage dive where you just run in there with high mobility and assassinate the back line. That's the kind of thing I want to see here. And I think it could work, especially given that Frequency, they tried playing the Lucio at one point, so I didn't see why they wouldn't try it again.
I am a little bit glad to see that also that there's been no Pharmacy pulled out, which is a composition that I think is kind of stinky, not very great. So seeing that these players have not opted for it yet,
Jackson is triggered.
It's going to happen right now, isn't it? Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
But again, no supports. No supports.
Orisa Echo, yeah, but I mean, you can duplicate the support,
Yeah,
build up the trance. Oh, I'm not sure if you'll be able to get enough poke to be able to get that out first, but they attempted to pull right click coming through there. They can just play hyper aggro onto the Zenyatta, or not! Oh my! The damage coming through the Zen, managing to allow Bouncy Mouse to just get in there and get that 2k. And yeah, the strategies, even though they're revealed, they still come up big there for Frequency. The cast Zen as before.
Why you run with the support every single time. You have a Baptiste there, instead of the Echo, you're able to just immortality your Orisa as they walk into into the Zenyatta, I should say, keep them alive with the regenerative burst and the right clicks from the Baptiste as well. Keep your tank alive, and again, the double Soldier 76 versus no supports.
Yeah, exactly. I don't see the point of this Echo Orisa. I would love like an Ash Orisa or like a Widow Orisa, but the range on this Echo is not great against the Soldier and the Baptiste. They are going to be pressured out, but the Baptiste has the immortality to save themselves and the Soldier if they need to. Being pressured out currently, but they can heal themselves with Regen Burst if they need it. Problem is, how are they going to get damage through these shields?
They do seem to be playing very, very aggressive, trying to make some quick moves onto the other side. So as they're going aggressive, it does mean that they do take more damage. So
I swear down, if they pick this Orisa Echo again, I'll eat my hat. I swear. Like they should not pick the Orisa Echo here. It is not a good way to play this. I don't care if they're memeing or not. I don't know if they are memeing, but if they are memeing, then stop, please.
And if you're memeing, you should go Bastion Sim. That's the best meme comp.
Oh, thank God they didn't go Orisa Echo. I thought I'd have to eat my hat there. Alright, Ash Mercy. I'm liking this. So it's not the Foreign Mercy you were talking about, but it is OP as heck.
Yeah, it's so much better than running Pharmacy. You're not just caught out in the air, out in the open, waiting to die, and you don't have zero pressure on the objective. You can simply wait out here and get big headshots and potentially nearly a one-shot onto some players, but not using as well as you need to.
The alternative is you get big headshotted, which is very likely with a Hanzo on the board. But that damage comes through from Bouncy Mouse onto Frosted Toot, taking him out. The Sigma's gone, can't protect that Hanzo. They're coming around the backside to try and get a 2k, but they can't do it. And that right there is Frequency heading to the finals.
Let that be a lesson, kids. That's why you should always run a support with your 2v2 tournaments, because any damage they took was permanent. Anything that they weren't able to capitalize on, it's a big setback for the future. And realistically, it's such a huge point in the 2v2 deathmatch, or not deathmatch, but the 2v2 elimination, it's so difficult to keep yourself up in that sort of situation.
Yeah. Exactly, and you know, I think my competitive open queue teammates could really take notes from this. You know, play some healers, you know, try and actually win the game. Preferably, I think would be a good strategy for them. So, anyone out there who has been in my open queue games, and you know, there's probably a couple of you out there just lurking around. Make sure you play some healers, because I'm not gonna play the healers. I'm playing Mei. I'm insta-locking that Mei.
Oh man, it's not my fault we don't have any supports, but I also won't pick support.
Well,
So,
I
you
don't
know,
play support.
Well, if you're playing open queue, the rule is that you have to be flexible and ready to play any role, so that's on you.
Well, you know what? Mei is a support, because you can heal yourself, so I don't care if there's no supports.
Man, my
I'm
favorite
just saying for the
support
sake of the
hero
rest of my
is
team.
Roadhog.
I mean, you know, technically it could be a support hero. Roadhog's basically Brig, but with 600 HP, right? Because, like, you know,
Yeah,
you
I
just
love
sit there and
healing
protect the
my
back
teammates,
line.
shoving a breather onto my Baptiste's face, like, heal
No,
yourself.
no. No, but like, like, if you sit on your back line, you body block the damage, that's a break shield. You heal yourself, that's inspire. Your hook, that's a stun. Yeah? Roadhog is basically Brig. Roadhog should be a support in Overwatch 2. Tell me I'm wrong.
What is repair pack then?
Am I wrong?
Rally then.
Rally? The friends you made along the way.
Oh my good lord, we're moving over to Eco Point Antarctica for our third map of the 2v2 tournament. I'm just gonna ignore the rest of the day after that.
Hey, look, we got a Roadhog and a Brig! Even better!
Wow, and
This is an
farmer.
absolute fever dream!
The pharmacy as well. This is a good comp to go into the pharmacy with, though. Brig, not a great solo support on 2v2 because she can't heal yourself, which is such an important part of this.
See, Jackson picking the Pharah here, I mean, who would have known? I honestly could have never guessed Jackson playing Pharah out of all heroes in the roster, honestly. Not surprised at all. But anyway, enough Jackson slander. They're actually doing a lot of damage over to the Roadhog and to the Brig as well. They need to proc the Inspire, but they can't get the healing through. Jackson just pressuring them out from every angle possible. They escape, but the Roadhog can't get the hook through. The damage is coming through thick and fast. Drini needs an Inspire proc, but Dathas and Jackson staying well out of range.
Yeah, Drini's super lonely, about 50 HP remaining, and that's one hook can bring it even, and it does! Just the Pharah versus the Hog! Only one player has healing left, 57% to a barrage.
All you have to do is play far enough away that you build up the barrage, right? If they can build that up and burst down Gadron after they've used a hook, that is exactly what you need, but what a hook coming through, dragging them across the ledge and to their death, pummeling them into the floor, and that is the first round going to Gadron and Drini.
Let that be another lesson, kids, why you shouldn't play Pharmacy. It doesn't give you as much mobility as you might think in 2v2, and this moment the Mercy has any pressure on them, she can't move over to cover like she can if she's just walking around. The air mobility, the reason Pharmacy is so good in 6v6, and probably why it'll be so good in 5v5, is because she has other targets to zoom to, not just the Pharah. So having just the Pharah to zoom to makes the...
Oh... Not if you're in a duel, though, because this comes down to the duel of the Pharahs. Jackson, the Pharah OTP versus Gadron, who was just on Roadhog moments ago. Jackson making the right decision here, looking for the Mercy, but they get hit by a direct. They back up a little bit. And I want to see a Mercy whip out a pistol, but that's not going to happen. Jackson doing all the work themselves. There's going to be an attempt at arrest, but a good conk blast to deny that. And Jackson should get the execution kill? Okay, there we go. I was gonna say there might be like a super jump res there, but didn't quite happen. Drini can get it through, and they even things up.
Hopefully, we won't see any more Pharmacy for the rest of the night. Jackson will be playing it in that next, in the finals probably, but Pharmacy showing its lack of worth, I should say, and moving into this one, potential to see it from the other side, but I don't think they're gonna want to commit onto it, and they don't. Genji Lucio versus Double Soldier.
What is this? Genji Lucio? Is this classic dive?
You were talking about fast earlier. These guys want to go fast.
Yeah, I mean, they want to go supersonic speed like Eminem out here. Hopefully, you know,
Not Sonic.
not as much of a rap god, but we'll see. As they dive the backline, looking for the soldier, bursting him down, but the immortality field comes through, while Dathas keeping Jackson sustained and salubrious, along with that field as well. I don't know what it's called, the healing field from soldier. Either way, well, Dathas are going to be the last one to survive here, and they get taken down by some great shots from Drini.
It's called, if I'm not mistaken, the biofield is what it is. So
Biotic field, yeah.
a biotic field activated. So that finally onto the board for them. I'm so sorry I did
Get off my lawn.
that. Actually, no, not finally on the field. I forgot they won round 1, so it's actually Jackson and Wallen who are down 1 in this match.
Yeah. You Scrimbucks potentially going to take their first loss of the Tranquility season. I don't know if they've actually taken any match losses yet, but potentially going to take one here. As Jackson and Wild Dathas over onto that Tracer and Hog. It's a match point here. They have to turn this around. And to be fair, this Roadhog can single-handedly kill off a soldier, but not in that state, because they missed the hook off, and Wild Dathas has to play a bit more conservative.
Roadhog, easily the best hero in the game. The 2v2, exposing Y in the Tracer.
What a dive from Jackson.
Yeah. And also 7% from 8% from the soldier shows that he's basically gotten 0 damage so far.
And that's just a simple hook coming through, while Dathas getting the kill off onto Gadrin. And I just want to say, Jackson with a dive onto the hook that Dathas got onto the Mercy. Brilliant stuff. Love to see it. Absolutely amazing. They do not have Roadhog anymore, though, so you can't use that cheap hero to win any rounds anymore. And now we're going to see, I think, a bit more diversity in terms of like the heroes we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a few meta heroes for the 2v2. Hanzo's a notable.
Oh.
Bastion Sigma. A little bit sus, especially into a Hanzo Baptiste. This is just potentially a losing matchup.
Someone say sus? Bom 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 bom. Bom bom bom. Bom bom. We'll see though. I mean, you know, Bastion's a robot, and you know, I was gonna make like an Among Us reference relating to robots, but I don't think there are any robots in Among Us, are there?
Yeah, you can have a robot pet.
Oh, you can have Right Hand Man as well, I suppose. But either way, that's getting too much into Henry Stickmin lore. Anyway, Jackson, on the topic of Overwatch, kills off a Gadrin, takes him down. I don't think the Hanzo is the best pick to go for here. Maybe they didn't predict the Bastion, but either way, just about Baptiste to try and clutch this one up, and they are going to try and peek their way around dodge, duck and weave their way around the cryogenic tube. But I don't think they're going to get too much off of it.
Yeah, I mean, in this sort of situation, you don't want to be close to the Bastion. You want to abuse the little bit of spread that he does have. The Hanzo diving in close like that probably might have lost them this round. And this matchup, not great jumps, but it doesn't matter. Bastion just has so much damage.
Yep, the Bastion comes up big there for EU Scrimbucks. Jackson and Dathas managed to go from 2-1 down to then winning the game. So a bit of a comeback story for them there. You'll love to see it. And they are heading off to the finals, which is going to be against Bouncy Mouse and Papa Smurf. So pretty interesting finals here. We're going to get Jackson versus Bouncy Mouse. I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, I mean, Jackson, I believe they were in one of the previous ones. Which one was it that Jackson was playing in?
Was that the Torb? Yeah.
Orb and Bouncy Mouse was not present for that, were they?
No.
No.
They were?
I think so. So this might just be a little bit of revenge from the from earlier to come into this round, and you know, we're gonna see Pharmacy come out again. Probably gonna lose out if you know what to do. You have no choice if you play Bastion. All right, I don't disagree.
Yeah, some nice banter coming out in the game chat. And Jackson admitting, you know, they don't have any toes. And I think that's kind of base, Jackson. I'm not going to lie. I respect you for that, even though you are a far OTP and I don't respect you for that. But at least there's something to be respected for. Anyway, I'm going to respect them if they win this game after all. Frequency versus EU Scrimbucks, which is a game I think that has already been played in the EU Harmony tier as well. Not sure who won that game, probably EU Scrimbucks. But yeah, we'll get a bit of a kind of grudge matchup here.
Yeah, and coming into this one, I think that Black Forest Winter will be our map. So that's one that I really like. Black Forest being the continuation of Eichenwalde is a very, very fun map to play on. It gives you a lot of unique flank routes, the underneath side, the above side with the trees that let you walk on them. There's a lot of interesting routes you can go, and I think that Pharmacy, again, not very good here because of all the little bits of cover you can play as with, for example, Soldier Baptiste. The double soldier comp is good against it.
Yeah, exactly. And Jackson currently stream sniping, asked me why I'm toxic, despite the fact I just complimented you. So, you know, maybe win the game and then I'll compliment you even more. You never know. I don't think Jackson has like a praise fetish or anything, but who knows. Anyway, enough about that. Remember, donate. All right, $20, and we eat a toxic waste. My next flavor will be black cherry, so that's going to be the worst one probably. So make sure you donate $20 to the Ukrainian aid, because obviously great cause coming through here from the Tranquility folks. I don't usually cast too much of Tranquility, but great stuff they're doing here. And now going to get into the finals, and finally, no pun intended, see who's going to be winning.
Yeah, and this is going to be our last event of the night, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Pharmacy again versus Cass Zen. This is a great way to deal a lot of damage to the Pharah.
Jackson over the top, dealing a lot of damage to Sneaky early on, but no kill. The thing is, you can't play too aggressive because the Cassidy is there to flash and fan you. So, I mean, as we said before, what did we say it was before? The
It was the fan the Casser? No.
Fan the something. Anyway, there was some joke that we made there, and we just can't remember it. We're too papaga for this. Anyway, there's a reason these are the players and not us. We're just here casting it anyway. Jackson comes around the side, pressures out the Cassidy. The thing is, the Cassidy can't actually pressure out Jackson too well because they're able to box them all into the small room like a fish, and it's not easy to get out of this if you're the Cassidy.
Sometimes though, you don't need to get out of it. You just need to kill the Mercy. And have what was that? I was trying to save the Cassidy, but I was just like
Man stuttered so hard, Jackson literally just suicided. Oh my.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
Well, that will be the first round going to Frequency, so EU Scrimbox not having the dominance they did in their match. If they played against Frequency, I don't know if they did. I'm just guessing at this point because we're a few weeks into regular season. I assume they played Frequency at some point. But yeah, bit of a revenge round coming through, and we'll see if Frequency can make this into another win, as it will be the double soldier composition. Again, like you say, but Jackson knows how to play into this. They know how to play aggressive. They're going right in there. They're not afraid whatsoever. And that's how you play the Pharmacy into that composition. Play Hyper Aggro, break the MO, and then kill everyone off.
Let's say, hypothetically, you're playing against the Pharmacy. You pick the Double Soldier 76. Your BAP immediately dies because he's outside with no cover.
Yep.
What do you do?
You run the heck away.
You lose. Correct answer.
That too, I mean...
The Tracer Hog worked well for them, but we have seen the Lucio Reaper, the quick death comp, come out and beat the Hog comp earlier. So
we're just out here inventing composition names for Overwatch 2.
I mean, is it bad?
We're revolutionizing it. Oh my, what was that? Well, and Dathas just kills them off. And now it's just a Reaper versus Jackson, and while Dathas, Jackson can do all the work here. They flank, they deal the damage, and there's no lifesteal to be had unless Bouncy Mouse finds out where Dathas is playing, but they're being poked in the backline so hard by this Tracer. And they're being poked out from the other angle as well. Bit of a pincer coming through now as Jackson gets into the back, scouts out what that Reaper is, and they get taken down by the Roadhog. Good stuff coming through, but now you can't rely on the Roadhog crutch. The good thing is, even though you can't rely on that Roadhog clutch, you now have 2-1 match point.
Yeah, and the other side does have a guaranteed win if they want it, if they just don't throw with a Roadhog. So all they need to do is pull out the Roadhog, take it to even, and then it starts to get a little bit stressful. Then you have to worry about, okay, what are we going to play now? And they're opting for the potentially free W.
Ooh, Roadhog Brig again. So, you know, the double Brigitte composition here, basically, is what I'm going to call it. And, yeah, Jackson probably going to be able to flash this Roadhog out with a take a breather. Predicted that perfectly, even though I literally narrated it as it happened. And, yeah, they do get out alive. The Brig proxy inspires to get some healing onto the Roadhog. They get that take a breather through. Nothing really too bad happening here. Oh, Jackson, though, bursts down the Roadhog and the Brigitte here with so much damage, 50% towards that High Noon, but they're not even going to get online because they're just going to burst down the Roadhog. Bouncy Mouse cannot survive the onslaught of the Sigma and the Cassidy, and EU Scrimbox managed to win that out 3-1. Pretty dominant, honestly.
Yeah, and that's just how you play against the Roadhog. If you don't have on the side of the Roadhog something that can prop him up, like a Mercy, or for example a Zenyatta, an Ana even, and instead play the Brigitte, somebody who's super vulnerable to being rushed, then you can really struggle into a double stun comp like what we saw there. With the Ana, you have a lot more survivability. With the Baptiste, you have a lot more survivability. With the Brig, you're very rush vulnerable, and you don't have a counter to a Sigma at all. So that's can really help make you struggle, and it's a good read to go onto the cast Sigma, something that has no supports, winning with it anyways, and finishing off our night with a 3-1 victory.
Yeah, lovely stuff coming through from that 2v2, but like you say, that is the final event of the night. But Time Monster, it's been an absolute pleasure casting alongside you for all of this, and again, congratulations to all of the winners. I believe, what was it? Is it Jackson win the Torbjorn 1v1? Was that Jackson?
Yes, it was. So
yeah,
Jackson...
and then Jackson winning the 2v2 as well. Lovely stuff, and congratulations to who was it that won the Ana paintball?
That was Aiden.
Aiden, yeah, Aiden. And then of course the winner 1v1 won by a Bouncy Mouse. So again, congratulations to everyone who won today on all of your prizes won. And you know, just before we finish up here as well, you can feel free to go ahead and donate just one final time. We won't be doing any more toxic waste, so there's no incentive there, but you do still get the donation incentives if you donate. Remember, it is for an absolutely great cause. It's obviously Project Hope, Ukrainian aid over where they need it, really. I mean, it's a horrific situation over there, but you can help out just a little bit, even if it's just, $10, $5, $2, every little helps, so make sure you donate. But that will be it for us today. Any final thoughts, Time Monster?
I would like to say, if I'm not mistaken, we managed to raise $55 this stream. So thank you to everybody who donated. And remember, you're not pressured to donate a full $20 if you don't have the ability to make us suffer. But every amount of donation helps. So like you said, any $5, $2 donations, those are still really helpful, and we really appreciate it. And obviously the Ukrainians, who are under one of the worst humanitarian crises in modern history, will appreciate it. Put in, if you have the ability to, put it in, and thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you all have a wonderful night.
Yep, see ya.